I make things. I'm an artist. So I make things. And what I do in my artwork is I write stories, I write music, and I perform. And in the course of doing this, I understand myself better. What I see, what I feel. You think I'd know that, but I don't. So I'm highly motivated to do this because this insight in who I am, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, gives me, at least temporarily, some kind of peace of mind. And my mind, and I suspect yours is like this too, is constantly looking, but I'm not able to see enough. I can't see it. So I investigate and I make things up. So this is the stuff with making art, thinking about things that I really care about. I don't really want to do a whole lot of that. Thinking about things that I really care about, because it's scary and it can be depressing, and a lot of the times I would imagine, like many people, I'm just trying to, get through it, and get to sleep, or, and not think about these things, but I have to think about these things as an artist. That's my job, I assume that's my responsibility. I have to, if I'm going to be for real, I got to be for real, and if what I have to offer my fellow human beings is me for real, then, here we go, I just said it. So, so writing something down, so when I, get myself in, or I start writing, I'm not so upset, but let's say, somewhere I get upset, I'm writing, because I'm always writing about things that disturb me. I mean, I'm always making art about something that disturbs me, but that's the thing that propels me to make something. I'm uncomfortable with the situation, so I'm trying to figure it out. And so when I write something or I perform something, and I'm focusing on a disturbing experience or feeling, the act of making the piece unravels some of those mysteries. I go to sleep that night, not only because I think that, maybe sometimes because I think the thing that I wrote is, wonderful, but because I go to sleep, feeling better, because I've had some insight, and it brings it brings a more solid peace of mind than I had before I was prodded into, for whatever reason, into thinking about this thing that disturbs me that I couldn't avoid. I mean, what could prod me except, it's, what makes things move except, something pushes them, and usually you're not aware of what it is that pushes them, and or at least I'm not, unless it's something very dramatic. And so that's why I make art, and I think that's a big purpose for it. It's certainly a purpose for it, for me as an audience to other people's art, and a good reason to keep it going. And all societies have had it. We all know cavemen and everything. Everybody does. All people have always done this, and some societies have very little of it. But that's not good. Somebody told me a story about some place where there are very few festivals and very few anything, and people had worked all the time, and they didn't have drawings, very many drawings. They must have had some, but it's a dry life. You eat the same foods, and you... Because life is enormous, it's enormous, and to just be notching in it in the same ways over and over again, can that be healthy? I went to a graduation today, graduation of a friend of mine, and people were saying, yeah, it's just the beginning, you're just the beginning, you're just going out. I mean, I don't know what happened to the other 24 years of her life. She began a long time ago. Because it could be the beginning of a new phase. You know, we're always beginning. Except when, except then, and except that, except that, and except that, and except that, and except that, and leave that out, and accept that, and grab that, and take that, and leave that here, and get me something else, and
which makes me and all of them.
You can catch us on the web. This is the facts. We're on M&N, and you can catch us on the web. And you know, I hope you enjoyed yourself. And and you know, I enjoyed myself.
And why they sing.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think I can say from all of us, good night.